Hello, once again, everybody. Welcome back to some more Star Technology. I am Towkn, and I finally got the clean room all set up. It took forever. There's so much polyurethane required for it. But as you can see, it is now set up. We have our hatch. I had it all together, and then I was like, why is it not working? Realized, oh yeah, I need to put power into it. So, you only need low voltage power into it. So I have low voltage power just going into it, but apparently I'm guessing that always runs. But yeah, I come in here now and yeah. So thanks to a what you would call it, a commenter from Hypercrafting mentioned that yeah, the energy I could, since these energy cables from what you would call it, crate stuff can just pass through items or objects, I could just bring that in here with an energy converter to hook power up to stuff, which was much better of an idea. And then of course, yeah, I didn't need item pass throughs and stuff like that because those would only be if I wanted to bring items from the outside inside and then into this, which would be a whole lot of stuff. Yeah, couple things. You do need a machine hall for this. I forgot about that. I ended up actually making a whole extra 10 plastic crate stuff because I also needed filter casings. It shows on the thing, like when you go in here and you press U and you scroll over, it shows the sterilizing filter casings. And I was like, I can't even make those until I have like ultra low volt or whatever the heck it is, the ULV. So I was like, crap. And then I looked it up and I was like, okay, so there are filter casings as well. So basically, all you need is all of this plastic crate, whatever, this plastic stuff or plastic concrete stuff, plasticrete. Yeah, it makes sense. Um, Go ahead, close that up. I don't know if you actually need the clean room glass or not. I think it might just make it so you can look inside of it and whatnot, but who knows? It was cheap and easy to make. If you remember, you need your maintenance hatch, you need a voltage input, low voltage works, like I was saying, and then I just went ahead and made a 16 amp one just so it's got plenty of power there to go here and there. You need your door, you got your button, and of course you need your clean room thing. And yeah, but as you can see, if I click on here, we were able to make them. The only thing that sucks is the power. That sucks so much. Like this high voltage stuff sucks so much power from everything, which kind of sucks because I don't know if there's an easier way to move power around. You know, well, actually, it might be once we get to the flux network stuff. We might be able to move power around a little bit better. I'm not sure, but like just these alone, I mean, these wires we go into here to create, right? So at create, and we go over to it. Actually, it's right there. Okay, yeah. So again, they only transfer so much. So like 8,000 a tick. Is there? I don't know if there's a way to transfer more power or not. So yeah, not entirely sure. I'll have to look into that possibly, but right now I think that's the best way I have to move power. And unless I have just a bunch of other things making power, 'cause again, I mean, like these things are making 1,000 a tick, or almost 2,000 a tick, right? So I mean, they're not even running at full speed. It's only 80% efficiency because of these magnets. If we got These may, if we were able to get these neodymium ones, which really shouldn't be too hard. I think that's the harder part. Because like the neodymium we can get from one of these, I think, or from one of these. Yeah, I don't remember for sure exactly which one we get it from, but we get it from those. But yeah, you also notice all this looks different. We have this here over here. I'm going to come over here and grab this so I can put it right here to start filling up with oxygen. So we got the electrolyzer I just hooked up, have water going into it so that we can get oxygen because we were severely lacking on oxygen. I mean, our ethylene production went up quite a bit when I had that, that sulfuric acid, right? Which is gone from here, going into here. And the ethanol, I went ahead and we made ourselves this here so that we could get these plant balls that we could bring over to our crusher type thing, Mabob, put them in there to get the biochaff. The biochaff we then threw into our fancy pyros oven over here, which with water going into it came out, put biomass in there, which gave us ethanol. So we've plenty of ethanol for our needs, because you can see we still have some there. But sulfuric acid, however, luckily, when you put it in here, you get the like diluted sulfuric acid, and if you put the diluted sulfuric acid inside of here, you get some back. So you could essentially not have to make quite as much because you could just recycle it. And that's what I did. It took quite a while. Then I came over here and I made this to make liquid steel, to make the rotors needed to make the whatchamadoo-dad thing, filter box things that are over there. So we got this here, so we get some of those. Yeah. Apparently though, you can't take liquid steel out of this and put it in an aluminum drum. I mean, technically that makes sense because liquid steel would be way, way hotter than aluminum and would melt it down like really quick. But yeah. So with that now though, we can now go in here and we can click on this. We can click on this star coin and we could look at this energy hatch again. So for this we need to make an assembler. Ooh, sodium potassium. We're going to need some sodium potassium. How do we get that? That is going to be in a chemical reaction with potassium and sodium. Chemical reactor. We should be able to do it in that. Okay, so let's go ahead, hit B. Go like this. We should have sodium dust. Yes, we do. And we should have potassium. I don't think we got a lot, but we do. Okay, so I should be able to take this and throw sodium and potassium in here and get that. But what did we need to get potassium again? That we were getting from saltpeter. Yeah, assuming we were getting it from the saltpeter. I don't think we were getting it from that. But yeah, I think we got it from the saltpeter, which also would have given us some oxygen. So, yeah. Is this really just... I would have... Oh, wait, never mind. Okay, so yeah, there we go. So if we go like this and we grab that, right? And then we click on this here again. and then we click on this, and we click on this. So we're gonna need one bucket, we're gonna need one high voltage coil, we're gonna need two of those, one of those. Okay. And this is all done in a high voltage assembler. So let's go ahead and run over to our high voltage assembler and see what else we might end up needing. Let's see, high voltage assembler. So we'll go ahead and we'll put that in there. Okay, and then we'll click this. We're gonna go click on this, and that. And then, okay, so to make this again, we're going to need one of these right here. So we're going to make one of these. And then, ooh, I don't think we have any polyurethane plates right now. So let's see, or not yet plates, but what, you know what I'm saying. So that's got liquid steel in it. So let's go ahead, break that back down because we don't need that steel in there no more. We'll go here. We'll put that in there, and I think we just need some more oxygen put in there. So if we come over here and grab this oxygen, put it here, we'll go like that. That will fill up with oxygen, and it can't unfill because we need that out of there so that it could put polyurethane in there. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. So then we come up here, we'll go ahead and grab this aluminum drum, put it right there, and we'll let this go ahead and make some polyurethane real quick, so we can get enough for two of these. How much do we need for that? Extruder, no, fluid solidifier, so 100. So okay, so that'll be more than enough for two. So we can bring that over, put it right here, go like that. That'll give us the two we need. To then go like this and click here and go, okay, machine haul done. Okay, perfect. So while that's doing that, though, I am going to run over here and grab some stainless steel and put it in here to make some more plates. Like so. Okay, and then so we need two of these, so two gold cables. So if we go here and type in gold, we can grab two gold cables. 1, 2. And I think we might have everything. Actually, no, wait, we need so we'll throw this. We'll take this back out. We need this thing here, which is going to be fine black steel. Ooh, that kind of sucks. 16 fine black steel wire. So if we go in here and type in black, we have 3 black steel dust. If I press R on that, and we go, actually, we might have black steel, because I think it's black bronze I have over here. Black bronze, red steel, silicone, canthal. So if I went like this, though, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it goes in here to get the hot black steel. Darn. So we're gonna need at least, how much of that? How much of that do we need? I think we're gonna need at least one more. So if I press R on this, red centrifuge. So we're gonna need black, bronze, nickel, and steel. So if we go back in here and type in black. We'll get the black bronze. And then we go here, type in nickel. And then steel. There we go. That should be enough to give us what we need. Should be able to come over here to this. Take that out. Let's go ahead, throw steel, bronze, and nickel in there. Actually, that wasn't steel, that was nickel, black bronze. We don't need that. Again, our mixer, it's got to be on 1, 3 steel, 1, 1. This just needs to be on 1. We go like that. Let it make one. There is a zombie underneath here that is on like one of those lips of something that's down there, but whatever. We'll ignore it. Let's go like that. We'll take that, throw that in there. I'll throw this in there. Sure. Perfect. Okay, so there we go. So there's some black steel. Let's go ahead, run around here, and hope it doesn't take like 6 years to... Ooh, why is that not on? Are we... Ooh, we are out of nitrogen. That is why. Okay, perfect. Perfect, though. That's fine. That means I come over here and put this down right here. That'll take that nitrogen out. Bring this back over here. Put it right there. And go like that, which will put that in there. Okay. And then we could take our black steel dust, actually, and go like this real quick. So that after that's done, it'll do that. This thing here. So this thing here, same commenter, mentioned that I could just make the igneous extruder, put a high voltage thing on it instead of having this rock crusher. But I'm not making anywhere near enough power, or this isn't working nearly faster than all this stuff, so this stuff for now will work just fine. If somehow I get this and this thing is moving ridiculously fast compared, then from there we will figure out what to do from that. So let's see, what are we looking like here? We just needed... That's now making black steel. So if we do this, I mean, we could move all of these other ones out into our thing, but we can worry about that later. If we come over here, though, we go like this. We'll go ahead and throw the rest of this potassium into there real quick, because I think we might use all of it. You know what? I'm going to go like this as well. I'm going to go here and type in gold. Let's go ahead and take out all this gold cable. We'll put a bunch of it in here. We do have our mallet, which we can come up here, open this up, and if I go like this, as you can see, it takes 45 seconds, but you can look at this one, and that is just draining power like nothing. What do you mean? It drains power like it's nothing. And then once that power is drained, this one will start draining that power. As you can see, we don't even get halfway. Actually, no, it looks like we got about halfway before. But yeah, cancel that. And then let this fill. It seems like this fills up with power just far. Like it's just by looking at it, it looks like it's filling up with power faster than it's exiting. But yet somehow, yeah, I don't know. It just feels like it's just wrong. But yeah, hopefully we'll get this second set and we'll have what we need. Because I think it was going to use 2 per. And I want to try to make 4 of these hatches, or 3, at least 3 of these hatches, right? Because I want to make 2 hatches for this guy. It's like right now with these 2 here on here, it's going to be it does high voltage. But if we could get those other, we get 2 high voltage ones on it, we'll have the medium volt or the ultra voltage. We will have the E volt, or the whatever the EV is considered. But yeah, let's get into this. So what are we looking for now? We needed our black steel, which right now we have 4. I'm gonna go ahead take all 4 of them over here to this, where I take them out and put them in there. And then we'll take this back over. And just put it up there. There we go. Okay. You'll also notice, probably, this is over here now, so I needed some place to put this. So the gas collector's here, and some of these machines are just annoyingly weird. Like, it's hard to tell if there's an easier way to set what can come out of where. But, yeah. Let's go over here, though, real quick. Actually, we'll grab this. And we're going to run over here and put it here so we can get that 5 buckets-ish. 6 buckets. Almost 7 buckets of polyurethane. And I missed my click. Boom, there we go. So that way there we get a bunch more polyurethane sheets. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. So now we're just waiting for our black steel, right? So we got our black steel. And we needed that for something, I don't remember. At HV, no, not HV, at HV. Just go HV. Actually, I could just look over here, right? Because we needed this. We click on this. We click on that. Okay, so we need, in order to get one of these, we needed 16 black wire, which was wire mill. We put a black thing in there with 3, gives us 8. Okay. So if we go to our wire mill, put it on 3, we can take out this copper nickel I had to make more of, throw that in there. Throw that in there, that in there. The stainless steel dust, we could bring it back over. Throw it in there. That can go in there. Same with that. That and that. That. Let's put this stuff away. Yeah, I think we'll be good with just that for now. Okay, so then we come over here to this and go like this and then say, okay, so this in a high voltage thing with a magnetic steel rod. So we go in here and type in steel. Or we go like that. We should be able to run this over here and throw this and this in there and put it on 1. And that will make 2 of those. Right? And then this, I should be able to then take after that, put these 2 here into here to get 2 of these. Yeah, according to, actually, no, I can't because I don't have another. Oh, that used up all that power, so that's completely out of power. So we'll go like that, though. We'll let that do that, and we'll finish up this here in a second. But then we go like this real quick and click on that. We need one of those, which we don't have any stainless steel other than what's in this thing over here, right? Okay, so there we go. So we go like that, stainless steel, throw that in there so that we can grab ourselves a machine casing. or 2. And we need our polyurethane sheets that we're short on. We come over here, we got 51 more. We can then go like this, throw that in there and click here and go 1. It needs more gold wires, so we'll go like that and throw that in there and go 2 for what we need. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, then we can come over here, throw that in there, and this will make it before it's out. Perfect, there we go. But let's go ahead, go boom, there we go. Energy hatch. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So now we have our high voltage energy hatch. We could start EV stuff. Okay, perfect. Kind of, anyways. We could kind of start EV stuff. There's still a lot of stuff we need to do. We're going to need to make an advanced circuits assembler and some other stuff as well. So let's go ahead and see what we need for that advanced circuit thing. I'm going to go ahead and take some of this stuff off because we don't really need it anymore. Okay, so if we go like this and we type in circuit, right? Advanced circuit assembler. If we go like this, we hover over this and we press this, we can then hover over here and be like, okay, so we need a machine hall. So we'll make one of those. Perfect. We are then going to need 2 of the belts. Means we need 4 of the motors, which means rod. Let's go like this. And I know I have some over there, but we're just going to come over here to this and throw some of these in here, polarize some more steel rods real quick, and see if we can get this stuff. Okay, so we're probably going to need quite a few of these, aren't we? Yeah, I'll say that's probably good for now. Let's go ahead, go like that. Then we click on here. So this needs 2 per, and I need 2 of them. So I'm going to need 4 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just for this. And then if I click on this, I got 1, 2. Come on, 2. There we go. So there's the 2 of those. Okay. So now we need a arm thing, which the arm thing it does not look like I saved the arm thing at all ever. So we'll go like that and hover over that, click that. And for that, that's where stuff's gonna suck. So we need what, 3 of these? 1, 2, 3, because we need 1 of these. Okay, and then we need just a medium voltage circuit. I'm gonna go like this real quick. I'm gonna do this coin. We only have 3. Okay, so we definitely can't just do that. That kind of sucks. And I know we're still not great on what we need over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this, this, and this. Actually, I got 2 medium voltage ones right there. Perfect. So we can go ahead and make our arm. And then we need to make this emitter thing, which means we need some more. We need some electrum rods, some copper cables, and another flawless emerald. Ooh, that's gonna be. Oh man, flawless emerald. I don't think we have one of those. So Ooh, we do have a flawless emerald. Okay, cool, cool. Never mind. So we have a flawless emerald, so we'll be fine with that. But we do still, however, need probably the MV, right? Yeah, because we only had the one medium voltage. So, but electrum rods we got 4 of. We need 4, so it is quite literally just the medium voltage circuits. So we need to make some of those. So if we go into here, we press this, type in copper. We could grab this out. Type in board. Oh, which we actually need these. So we're gonna go ahead and make some of those. We need some IC chips. So IC. And we need some bolts. So bolt. I believe we needed 10 bolts. Right? We need like 10 bolts. Let's see if we go over here. And yeah, it should be pretty much everything, right? So we need this. We needed copper wire. We needed 10 bolts. We needed this. And then we actually need the resistors, which I'm out of. And I don't feel like taking that copper out of there. We're going to run over here real quick and see. Did I have more copper here? I do. Okay, perfect. I had it in there to make the diodes. So if we come over here, we click on this, press B, click on this, throw this in there, get 6 of those, throw them in there. Perfect. And we are going to let this go ahead and make both. And then after that, we'll be able to go like that. We'll take that out. We'll take this out, this out. We will put the silver bolts, that, and that back in with that. And then, yeah, we're going to need some more resistors, which we can make if we go like this. So we'll go like that with 2 resistors that we'll throw in here. We are going to need some gold wire, which we don't have. So let's go ahead and make some of that as well. It's on 3, so that'll be perfect. We go like that. And then I think we just need the silver bolts, right? Yes, a silver bolt. So do we have silver that we could turn into some bolts? We do. Perfect. Silver rods. Then go into the cutter, I believe. Yes, they do. Okay. And that'll make bolts. There we go. We grab that. We grab this. We come over here. We throw this and this in there. That'll make 2 more. Should give us enough to do some stuff, and we'll just let this go ahead with what it's doing. Yeah, I am going to as well go ahead, come over here, grab a stack of gold, grab a stack of silver, and then I'm just going to throw them down right here and just let them be made like that versus breaking them down just because I'm being lazy right now. Okay, but there we go. That's our medium voltage things that we have there. We can now press B, hover over top of this, click on this, go, there we go. There's our medium voltage emitter. Our advanced circuit assembler, which we can just put right there. Nice. Perfect. Okay, so with an advanced circuit assembler, it looks like we also need to do some other stuff. We need to get a plastic printed Yeah, plastic circuit board and a plastic printed circuit board. Okay, so this is apparently going to need some sulfuric acid. Yep, sulfuric acid regardless. Okay, so we should still have some sulfuric acid in this thing, I think, over here, right? We don't have a lot. So we don't really have sulfuric acid. I don't. Actually, there might be some in this, right? Yeah, we got some here. Okay, so we have sulfuric acid there. So in order to make these, because in order to make this, we need those. In order to make this, we're gonna need copper, foil, and the polyurethane sheets. Okay, so we're gonna need copper foil and polyurethane sheets. So copper. Well, let's go ahead, take out some of that so we can go make some copper foil real quick. Get over here, click on this, set this to 10. Throw that in there. That'll make copper foil. We can then hit here and type in poly, where we'll go ahead, just grab 12 of them for right now. Go ahead, grab this, and we needed to do this in a chemical reactor, but I am curious now. Do I need to do this in a high voltage or low voltage? Oh, sweet. It could all be done in a low voltage. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and grab out a single bucket of sulfuric acid. We could do it in low voltage, which means I could go in here. We could take this out. I could take this, put it right there. We could throw this and this in there. Perfect. And then that'll give us the plastic boards. Okay, so that'll give us the plastic boards, right? We then need to take those plastic boards and turn them into this with either copper or cupric chloride, sodium persulfate, or iron 3. Which again, the iron 3 might be the easiest one to do because that's going to be hydrochloric, which is chlorine and ethane. Oh, actually, no. Hydrochloric was hydrogen and chlorine. So we might be able to do that. Hydrogen and chlorine. This is where stuff is getting hard because I don't remember how to make half of this stuff. Okay, so if we click on this and we click on this iron 3, we need to make, again, hydrochloric. Which the best way is going to, we have a chemical reactor with chlorine and ethane, which I don't think we have any ethane, right? Because we have ethylene. Yeah. Okay, so ethane won't work. Chlorine and hydrogen do work, though. We have plenty of hydrogen. How do we get chlorine again? Chlorine from electrolyzing hydrochloric or that, the apatite. Okay, so that's what it was. So we need to throw the apatite dust we have into the electrolyzer. So if we click here and type in app, we don't have a lot. I thought we had a whole lot more than this. We apparently do not. Electrolyzer. Don't remember where I put that. Is that? Yeah, that's just here. Okay, so this is right here. So if I throw that up there, and then we go like this, and we press on this again, and we go to electrolyzer, it's going to do that. But is it going to just try to do the water until the water's all gone, or until this is filled with water or hydrogen and can't do anymore. It could be. So that could be a little while. Don't remember. Did we make a medium voltage electrolyzer? Forming lathe, chemical graver, mixer, chemical reactor, chemical bath, fluid solidifier. No. Okay, so I don't think we have. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. I could throw this into there, and that'll work. And that'll work again, though it was electrolyzer 9 of them, so we're only going to get 1 bucket of chlorine, which kind of sucks. But that 1 bucket of chlorine, again, chlorine and hydrogen in a thing, right? Is it going to be in a chemical reactor? So I don't think I could do it in this one because I got all that stuff and I really don't feel like doing anything. Chemical reactor. We should have another one of those, I thought. I know we have. Well, actually, we have our. That's a distillery. That's a chemical bath. We have this one here, but that's also got our sulfuric acid. You know what? You know what? This is gonna be a horrible thing to do, but I'm gonna go like that and put this here, and then we could take our chlorine gas, and then I'll go get a thing of hydrogen here, and we'll put that in there to get our hydrochloric bucket. And then that we need, oh man, we need 3. Oh my goodness, 3 of them in an iron. So I definitely need more chlorine. Let's see. So let's figure out how we get chlorine again. Let's see if there's a better way to get chlorine. Chlorine gas. We could get it from a distillery with that, which we don't have. We could get it from an electrolyzer from the apatite, which we don't have a lot of. Iron 2. Lithium chloride dust. That. Nope. Copper 1. Nope. Nope. Of course, the iron 3. Makes sense that we get it back from that. Raw platinum powder. Nope, can't do that one. Or that one. Sulfur, whatever that is. Nope. Salt water. We can get it from salt water. How do we get salt water? We could get salt water from seawater in a centrifuge, which also gives us the stuff. So a centrifuge, so seawater. We should have a crap ton of seawater, right? Kind of. We kind of have a crap ton of seawater. So if we go like that, we grab seawater. We could then find our centrifuge, which I thought we had. Well, there's the thermal one. Oh, wait, the regular centrifuge is down there. Oh yeah, because it's turning air into. Yeah, it's turning air into oxygen and nitrogen, so we can't really do it in there. Do we have? I don't think we have another Wait, no, wait, we do. Centrifuge right here. Yes. So that has raw ore slurry in it and raw ore mixture, molten ore mixture. Molten ore mixture we got a lot of. You know what? We could just break that and go like this and place that back down. where we can just go like this and start getting some of these. Let's go like this. Over to here. Like that and like that. And then we could take again seawater, put that in a electrolyzer, right? Is what it said. I don't remember now. I don't even remember half my stuff is at. I could have swore we had an electrolyzer over here. We might not. It might be over there. Oh no, it is back here. It's behind this. So seawater or salt water. If we press U on this and U on this, salt water in a centrifuge gives us water and salt. In a chemical reactor, salt water and oxygen will give us water and sodium, whatever that is. Electrolyzer gives us chlorine, hydrogen, and sodium hydroxide stuff. So that's definitely what we wanted. We want it in the electrolyzer. But our electrolyzer is being used. I don't know if we have a medium voltage electrolyzer over here. Chemical. Was it actually this here? Yes, it is. Okay, so perfect. So that has the rare earth residue in it. We could also just break that down. We don't need that. We can then put that back and go like this with salt water. Okay, then I go like this here. We're gonna bring this. We're just gonna go in here, grab this, and put it right here. I'm gonna grab this trash can and put it right there. We could then go in here and type in fluid. Grab a fluid pipe to put right here. And go like that real quick. Go like that to just get this, putting all of that in there so we get just all that seawater. And then afterwards, we'll put it back into here, or salt water, to then move over into here to get our chlorine. And yeah, there we go. We can bring this over here. Put this in here. We then need our hydrogen. Right? But like this has that in it, so I can now go like this. Fill that back up with seawater. We grab hydrogen from there, run back over here, throw that in there, and that in there, and get 3 buckets of this, which again, I think just went back inside of this machine, right? Or is it in chemical reactor? Just goes back inside of here on 1 with iron. If we go like this and go 1, 2, 3, put that on 1, press B. Type in iron, grab 1 iron, throw it in there. Perfect. Perfect. This will give us our iron 3 again that we need. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we needed the iron 3 so that we could throw in a chemical reactor with copper and that. Okay. And I think that might have to be done in, I don't know. I'm trying to remember where we even have our stuff at. Okay, so this has our plastic sheets in it, which is what we needed. If we go like that, that'll be task complete for that. And then if we go in here again and press U on this, it's in a chemical reactor with low voltage and iron 3. So we could do it in this one, right? Yeah, so I could take the iron 3, put it in there, take this, and actually we still need the copper in there, so we could take that and that. That'll give us 4 of those because it's 250 for each one. So that'll give us 4 boards. Okay, we also need CPU chips, which means we need any blue lens, which is either going to be a diamond lens or glass blue lens. Diamond lens, we need an exquisite diamond in a lathe or a diamond plate. Let's go ahead, hit here real quick and type in diamond. We do not have any exquisite diamonds. So how do we get an exquisite diamond or a diamond plate? So an exquisite diamond we would get through a sifter of purified diamond ore, which I believe we have, right? Diamond. We only got 2 because most of it's refined. So if we go like that and we click R on this, right? So it would be that. So sadly, we did go to a step with that's not going to work. But you never know. We could get really lucky right here. I could throw those 2 in there, and we could get super lucky and get that exquisite one. If not, diamond plate is the other option, right? Which a diamond plate is made in a cutter of low voltage with a diamond block. Okay, so I could do that. I could go like this, and we could just click on this, go like this. Get ourselves a diamond block. We could then bring this diamond block over to this, wait, it said a cutter, right? So cutter, I think we'd have to go here. Go like that. We got some more silver bolts. Let's see if we were lucky, though. We were not lucky at all. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We could easily come over here, grab these diamond plates, and then just come over here and throw one of those in there. And then that, after a minute, will give us a diamond lens, which we could then use to make our things, right? So we can go in here and make our CPU wipers, which, okay, I was going to say, hopefully there's a medium voltage one. There is a medium voltage one, because I was like, yeah, okay. So we do have a medium voltage one, so we will just need to grab this orange lens out of here, put this here. We'll go ahead, grab like 3 of those, put them in there. Once this diamond lens is done, we'll be able to do that. But while we're waiting for that, we'll come over here and we'll grab out these, which will complete that quest. Perfect. Which we can then put that away, go like that. Come down here. Okay, let's grab our diamond lens out and throw it into here. After 45 seconds, that will get that, which will let us make these microchips, which is going to be 1 board, 1 CPU chip, 2 resistors, 2 capacitors, 2 transistors, some wire, and soldering alloy. Ugh. But we do get 3 per. Actually, it looks like liquid tin will work as well. Oh, we could also, if we had a sock chip, of course, actually, those use EV, so we wouldn't be able to do those. Okay, so we couldn't do those yet anyways. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we now have this wafer. This wafer has to be cut in a medium voltage cutter, which is fine because we have a medium voltage cutter right above it. We could easily do that, and we don't have to use the high voltage one, which is good. Okay. So we'll let that go. Okay. And then once that's done, we could then take these processors. Oh, and these are basically the same. They just use a different thing. They don't actually use the low voltage ones, but we do only get 2 out of it. But yeah, we could use liquid tin for those as well. Okay, perfect. That does sound good. We could take that out of there, put this in here. Is that just not have enough power with this other stuff working? With this, what all is working here? What else working? Okay, is it just this? That's not doing anything. That's not doing anything. Those aren't doing anything. So the only thing working right now is this thing here. And this thing doesn't have enough power. Wait, does it even have power to it? It doesn't even have power to it. Okay, let's go like this and connect power up to it. There we go. Then we can turn it back on. So that was my fault. I apparently moved it and didn't realize I didn't put power back to it. Okay, that's fine. We can go like that, get that in there. That'll give us the CPU chips. And yeah, now we just got to work on the other stuff that it wants us to do. So some of these maybe. So some of this stuff requires a high voltage assembler and liquid polyurethane, which of course, we just turned all of our polyurethane that we had into that, but we should be able to get more. So I'm pretty sure we still have plenty of ethylene, we just don't have oxygen. If I do that, that's going to fill up with hydrogen, isn't it? Of course it is. Because of that. Okay, so I'm thinking what I need to do. I could take that off of there. We definitely need to figure out a way we can get oxygen. Like this got some oxygen in it, nitrogen, nitrogen. It's got distilled water. Do I have an empty? I have this empty drum here. Okay, yeah, we could go like this. Get the oxygen out of here. Grab it, run it all the way down to here. And start putting it in there. So we get another whatever's worth of liquid stuff out of there. Polyurethane. So we could bring it down to our assembler to make stuff. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab these out of here. And say we're good with this. Okay, so that gives us that. So now we need to make those. But again, if we could make these, which is just going to be, thin silicone rubber sheet and aluminum foil. Well, aluminum foil is easy. The thin silicone rubber might be a bit harder. That going to require silicone rubber, which is made using, I'm assuming basic. So if we have silicone rubber pulp, which we can get from that, we get making it that way. Now we could grind parts that use it. Yeah, so we get that. Okay, so again, this might just be a liquid thing. So if we have sulfur and ooh. So again, I don't think we could really do some of this stuff right now because we need some weird stuff like this polydiminic whatever this stuff is, which is going to require some hydrochloric acid and methanol, or chlorine, water, and methane, or whatever that is in water. Yeah. So, hmm. Yeah, I think we're gonna end up waiting on making those, and we'll just see what other thing it is we could use instead. Capacitors. We could use this capacitor, which uses this thin poly. Okay, so it just uses that normal thing. Okay, so if we click A on that, so we will need some aluminum foil. So let's grab some foil real quick. FOIL. We don't have any, so alu. We don't have any aluminum there. So let's run over here. Let's go ahead, take all this out of here, and throw it in there. Let's go ahead and grab out aluminum. Come over here. That's still on 10. Sure, let's go ahead and throw that in there. Start making some aluminum foil. Okay, perfect. Okay, and then for the other thing, click on this, and we click on this, a thin polyethylene sheet or whatever. We would just need either that or that, which would be fine. So if we went like this here and typed in poly real quick, I should be able to take out. Oh, we already have some out as well. So I should be able to go like this though. And no. So what's that? That's polyethylene. Isn't that what it said it could do? Oh wait, it's got to be on one. Okay, so this would be on one then with these. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, perfect. So that'll give us those. Okay. So then we can come here, grab a bucket of that, and I think that's all we're going to need for this. Okay, so then this one said it could be done in a medium voltage assembler, right? But I think our medium voltage assembler has... Actually, we could take that liquid concrete out, right? We don't need it no more. Okay, so we'll go like that. Medium voltage assembler. We'll put it right there. Okay, so again, now let's look at this. So this needs, yeah, liquid polyethylene. Then needs thin sheets, and yeah, and that's what we have. We have thin, we have that, we have that. Okay, perfect. Okay, then we can come over here and just grab another bucket of that in case we need another bucket of it for once we're finished with this. I'll go like that. That gave us 8 capacitors. Okay. We need 2 further things. We're also going to need transistors. And that's it. So do we have any transistors? So if I go like this, so we type in here and we type in transistors. We do have transistors. I did make a bunch of those before. Okay, perfect. So now, inside of the medium voltage circuit, we will need some tin. So we'll go like this, and we'll grab a bucket of tin, and we'll put that in there. And then we need CPU chip plastic capacitor or transistors. This. We needed other things too. If we click on here, we're gonna need the fine copper wire and these. So if we go like this, so we throw this here, and then we go like this, and we type in copper. We can grab that. And I go like this, and we'll get our first one there. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, that's going to be good. So that'll give us those microprocessors. Or microchip processors. This is a microprocessor. For that, we need four. We need fine red alloy. And 4 of those, which we go like this. Go like that, throw that in there, and go 1, 2, 3. Sure, that's 4. Red. Which I think I could get from this. I don't know for sure. So if I go like this and we press that, we get this. I don't think we can get it from that. Okay, so we're gonna need some redstone alloy. So we'll go like this. And grab 16 of that. We now need to go cook it. I didn't want just one, I wanted the whole stack. Whatever, that's fine. Now we go like this, grab silver, grab gold. Throw them in there, like so. Because, yeah, there we go. We have that. And we have that. Perfect. We could now take this over to our wire mill. Take that out of there, take that out of there, put that in there, go like this. Throw this in there. And once this gets out, we'll be able to make our next set of meter voltage things, which I'll say this is definitely much cheaper than the other one. So we'll take that out. Much quicker and easier, I think, to get these, other than these plastic boards, right? These plastic boards are a little bit much, but yeah, there we go. We grab that, and then high voltage ones. The second high voltage circuit also uses that, uses the RAM chip and the medium voltage. And it also apparently uses some inductors. Okay, so this will be using, I don't remember what all it said it's even using. Let's go like this. We'll click on this, and go like that. And then we'll click on this, and this, and this, and go like that. And yeah, this one's definitely better because we get 2 per versus the other one where we get 1 per, right? Okay, so if we hover over this again, so we need the 2 chips that we just made. We got those. We need the RAM chips, which we don't have on us. We'll need some more of these. Okay, so we'll have these. We'll need one of these. We'll need the red wire, which we just made a bunch of right there. So we can throw that in there. We then need the RAM chip and whatever those other things are. These here, the inductors. The inductor is a thing which is going to require a liquid. It's going to use a steel ring and copper wire. So we could actually do those right in here right now. If we go like this here and hit the right button. Grab some copper wire out of here, and then STEE L. If we go like this and we press U on this, we go like this and make some steel rings that we can then just go boom and boom and go. Okay, so it's not making it. I'm assuming it needs a number, liquid poly, steel, fine copper wire, poly, and steel. Oh, because that's got tin in it. Okay, yeah, and we're in an assembler anyways, right? We wanted to go here and here. I don't know why I was thinking, yeah, completely wrong machine. That's fine. That's fine though. We go here, take that out. This will be made here in a second, or two, or three, or four. There we go. Now we have inductors. We could throw the inductors in there. And then it's just the RAM chips. So RAM, like so. And then we could throw those in there and go, okay, why is it not making it? Go, because we need two more of these. Okay. Boom. There we go. So that will start making that. And that is very, very loud. But that's fine. We could just let that keep going, making those. This will be done shortly. And we'll have this, which will then let us make our EV chip, right? Perfect. There we go. Yes, nice. Okay, so now we can make our first EV circuit, maybe. We are going to need blue alloy and electrum wire. I think we have everything else we need. So what is blue alloy? Blue alloy. Okay, so blue alloy bolt is, yeah, going to be made from that. Blue alloy dust is going to be made in a mixer with electronite and silver. Well, we got a bunch of silver, right? So if I went in here and we typed in silver, we have silver dust. Okay, so that's that. What is this other dust, though? This other dust is electrum and redstone. Okay, so that's actually pretty easy. Electrum. You just go like that. We can then run over here and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Click on the mixer, take out this black steel, go like that, put in electrum and redstone to get electrolyte dust, which is then 4 of those with 1 silver. So if we went like that and like that on 2, like so, we could get that, which will give us our blue steel. Which we then, in order to get a blue steel ingot, we could just cook that. Okay, but I don't know if that's for sure what we're doing right now, because we need 16 blue steel bolts, which sadly the extruder is going to be the best way to get those. Yeah, we're definitely going to need more, which means we need more electrum, which kind of sucks. So if we go like this and we type in silver again, you know what? I'm going to go like this. No, man, this is... We will come back once I have this, because this is going to take a little bit of work to get a bunch of electrum, I think. This I could technically just go ahead and cook and let be done. But yeah, it's just going to take a bit of work to get all of our electrum. So we don't need low volt. We don't need this right now, or this, or this. We could just put a bunch of this stuff away. But yeah, we'll come back with the. Actually, I mean, what do I have in the way of gold dust right now? We have that, which is going to be that. So, I mean, it's still going to take a while to turn this into electrum dust, I think. Because, oh, actually, it's just thrown in there, and that'll make the electrum dust. So I was like, I'm going to have to smelt it, or, do whatever. But if I go like this and like this, throw that on one. I mean, it's still going to take a while, so we will come back once this is done, because this is going to be, what, 5 seconds per 2. And then we'll need this. Yeah, so we'll come back once we have a bunch of this blue stuff to make our EV circuit. So I was sitting here thinking, it's like, there's got to be something else I could be doing too, right? While I'm just waiting, and then I remembered, oh yeah, I could probably work on some of this, taking like this and putting these in here, so that we can get some of these to combine into some double steel ingots. I think I need 8 of them. There we go. We'll go like that. Then we can press B and U. Roll up. Go like that. Go like this. Go like that. And if I press U on this, we go to a forming press. We're going to need silicone, diamond, gold, and quartz. So if I type in dust here, we'll need a gold dust, a diamond dust. We should have at least 1 or 2 of them, I think. Maybe not. We should have Certus quartz dust somewhere. There we go. And we should definitely have some silicone dust. Let's just go like this. Silicone dust. There we go. And I'm diamond dust. Okay, so we don't actually have any diamond dust there, but we might have some in here. We have purified diamond dust, which I believe if we took that and threw it in a centrifuge, we would get our diamond dust. So centrifuge, go like that to get our diamond dust. And of course, with all of that, since we did make this forming press a while back, we could go like this and throw this in there, and then go like that, and throw all of these in there, and just let this go for making all 4 of these things here for our presses here. And then of course with these go in a forming press, and then we put a silicone plate in it to get these, and probably, I'm assuming, the other stuff. Okay, so we'll go like this. So this one here was logic. So if we go like this and we go to this one here would be gold skystone alloy. To get that, a gold skystone alloy is going to be made in something like that, I'm guessing. So gold skystone alloy is a mixture of gold dust and melted skystone. Melted skystone we can get in an extractor. So we're going to need a medium voltage extractor for that. I think that's what this was, right? Advanced, yep. So there you have that. So we could technically do that. I don't think I need this steel anymore. If I do, oh well. Let's go ahead, put that back down there, and then go like this and type in sky. Can I just put this here in there. No, I cannot. Okay, darn. Figures. So sky still. Let's go ahead and do this real quick. SKY. Sky stone we get by putting. Okay, so yeah, it was that in there. So we'll click this. So we'll type in this and type in SKY. Or we'll throw that in, and we'll take the dust out and not put the levers in there. We'll put that in there. That'll make sky stone for us. Okay, perfect. Okay, but then we come over here. Somewhere I was doing something to get silver. I think it was here. Yeah, so we're crushing this to get this. Then this gets crushed again, right? So then we crush it to get that. To get this. Because silver dust, unless there's an easier way to get it. I mean, technically, I guess this would be the easier way to get it than to take this and then re-crush this. Yeah, I'm going to go like that. I'm just going to go here, type in silver. Let's just take out some of this silver, put that in there. Once that's done, we'll grab this and bring this over, throw it there, replenish that silver we just started crushing. But we can then also come over here, grab the next press out. And once that one's done in 30 seconds, we'll have that. But yeah, but we're just now at this point where we need silver dust for our thing down here. Where we click on this, we could throw this in there. Put that back on 2. And this will be done here in a second. Faster, faster, come on. There we go. Perfect, boom, nice, done. Okay, and with that, we could grab this, and then of course now it wants us to do each of those, which is going to be some work. But there's our 5 blue alloy that we can just run over here, go like this, and probably a little bit further. Throw out there. We will grab that, grab our silver, throw the silver back in there. Grab that off of there. Okay, then we can bring this over to our lathe, which we have right here. Right, because I'm trying to remember. We needed 16 bolts, right? For this, so we need 16 blue bolts. So we throw them in a lathe to get rods. Yeah, okay, so we go like this, and we can throw them in here to get the rods, and then we'll throw them in the cutter to get the other stuff. Yeah, and then we needed... I don't know why I don't just go like this as well, like I did with all the other ones. We are going to need the fine electrum wire, which I don't think we have. So if we type in here, fine, actually hit F and not D. Actually spell this out, right? Okay, so we have gold wire, so we don't actually have any fine electrum wire. So if that's the case, let's go like this. We'll hit this, and it'll go like this. We'll type in gold. Like that. We'll take this gold out of here. We'll go here. We'll click on that. We'll go here. We'll throw silver and gold in there. And then leave that on 3. Because that will make us some fine electrum wire by putting electrum in here. Okay. And that'll be all we need then, right? Electrum wire, we could put the 2. So that would go in there. We don't need the RAM chips, right? No, we do need the RAM chips. We don't need the red. And we don't need the transistors. We need some diodes, however, which we do have 2 of right there. We do have... That's just gold wire. Never mind. How many diodes do we need? We need 4 diodes. Ugh, that sucks. That sucks, because... Yeah, we do still have the glass in here, so if we go like this, and we click on this, and we click on this, and click on this, we just need some more gallium and copper wire, because, yeah, that'll be enough. Okay, so if we type in, if we make sure we click in the thing, GA, so if we go like this, click outside of here, we press U on this, and go like this, and we get some of this. And then we type in copper, which we need fine copper wire, which we put in our thing here, which we don't have a lot of, which kind of sucks too. Okay, so let's go like this, and then press U on this, which is apparently weird that it's not showing up as the right thing. Like, make the wrong thing there. Well, that was just the gallium I made, isn't it? We need the gallium arsenate, so it's GAL. This one's the one we need to do it to, so we'll go like that. There we go. So then if I press U on this, right? Then we click on this, click on this. I'm just gonna go like this, make a bunch. Well, I was gonna make a bunch of those, but apparently not. There we go. We could just go like that and bring this over. Go boom and boom, which is only enough to make like 1. Okay, so we are definitely going to need to throw some more copper in there too. So copper, let's go ahead and grab that out. You know, let's go ahead grab 2 stacks of this out as well. Run all the way over here. And throw these 2 stacks in here. And that'll just take it out of there. Be done with it. Okay. We're going to take that out of there, that out of there. We will put our fine electrum wire in there, because that's what we needed, right? So the only thing we need now is the diodes and the other thing. And I think, does this make 1 or 2 diodes at a time? Just 1. Okay, that sucks. So we need to, of course, do the thing I said I was going to do and then forgot about doing. There we go. Let's throw that in there. Eat that. Then we'll grab this from here, go up to our cutter, throw them in there, go like this, throw that in there. Let's go throw all these inscribing things in there. This should be able to get us our 16 of those pretty quick, while we go back over here and get our copper. There we go. So we can put it in here to get more diodes. There we go. We can take that out. Go ahead and take this out. You know what? I'm gonna let all of them change into that, because I know I'm gonna need more eventually. But let's get this one diode here. Come on, faster, faster. There we go. Perfect. I'll take that out, and that should be everything we need then, right? Should now be able to come over here, click on this, throw those 2 diodes in, throw that in, and go, what are we missing? Okay, so we got more than 4 chips in. We got the 4 diodes. We got that. We got 16 of those. If I click on this, The liquid tin, fine electrum, blue alloy bolt, which is what we have, right? Blue alloy bolt, fine electrum wire, high voltage thing. Again, we have 200. We need 288 tin. We have more than 288 tin. I'm not sure what we don't have. Why it's not. Oh, requires a clean room. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's annoying. Oh my goodness. Okay, well that makes sense, I guess. So for that, then we're gonna have to get a clean room, which means we're gonna have to bring this all the way over here. This is where this is gonna get annoying, isn't it? Let's go ahead and go like this. And grab that like so. Then grab this like this. This is gonna come in here and go right there. We'll close that and open this up. We'll disable that for right now. We need to go like this. Type in MV. Go, yep, didn't think we had any. So we'll go like this. We'll put that there. Because we have. Okay, so this is where stuff's gonna get annoying, right? Because we need one of those. So let's click on here. No, not there. Click on here. We can make a 1 amp one pretty easily. I don't know what we have in the way of other ones. We could go like, I guess we could go like this, right? And make a 4. We do need to make this. Because I don't think we really have enough to do a 16. I could technically probably do an 8, right? Because that's going to be 8 and 8. And then we could take the 2 4s, or the 4s, and get 8 and 8. There we go. Which we could then press U on that to get this. There we go, an 8 amp. And then we'll click here and type in at Cree. See if I have another. I do not, so we're going to need to make another set of these real quick. To go like that. There we go. Okay, then we can open this up. We could place that right there. We can place that there. We can then hit B. Type in wire. Go like this and connect that and that and that. Put this here to connect this to that, which will give that power, which will give this power. Which we could then click on this, and that will make our microprocessor supercomputer. Yeah, perfect. Man, we definitely do need to make a heck of a lot more of this stuff, though, and make this as big as the 15 by 15 or whatever. But there we go. There's our first EV circuit, which I think I might end up making this vacuum freezer with, which we apparently need 4 of, or 3 of. So that's a thing. Okay, so we're gonna need 3 for that. That's not gonna happen. The EV thing here needs this, which needs this, which needs that, which means I need to actually, yeah, in order to even make this thing here, I'm gonna have to do this, the vacuum freezer, in order to get the nichrome and the nichrome. Is one of the alloys requiring a, so that requires the vacuum freezer. Okay. Uh, we could go this distilling route, right? And I mean, technically, that we could go ahead and accept, even though we haven't made our distillation tower. But that looks like that needs 4 EVs. So that's not going to happen. Advanced circuit assembler needs 2, minimum of 2 for that. Yeah, okay, so we need a minimum of 2 for that. So we're definitely going to need more of everything. Okay. Multi-block kit upgrade. Used to turn HV machines into their perfect overclocked multi-block versions. I have no idea what that means. But yeah. Let's see. Mix oil distillation byproducts with some hydrogen to clean them, allowing you to distill them further. Okay, so that'll let us do some oil cracking, which would let us make some of the other stuff that we wanted to make anyways. This here's also how we're going to get our nether air to get our netherrack stuff, and ender air to get that. Oh, it looks like we will need a vacuum freezer in order to do that as well. Which, yeah. So, even the machine hull, because the titanium, right? So, in order to get titanium, we're going to get hot titanium. Yeah, or something like that. So, yeah. Anyways, we got our EV circuit. So, yeah, I think we did good today. Got some stuff done, and so on and so forth. We got our clean room up and working. We got a bunch of other annoying stuff done. We made all 4 of our more expensive yet cheaper circuits. Again, like I said, they're more expensive because it's a little bit more work to make them, but it is cheaper because we get more out of what we put into it. So yeah. Anyways, with this though, I think the next step that I think I might want to work on might be these printed circuits. I think we might try to get into our applied energistic stuff, get our circuits, get our flux crystals, so we can get our ME drives to get any type of thing we need in order to make our stuff like this thing here, the ME assembler, and some of that stuff in order to make our storage system. And if we could get our storage system and have a liquid and gas storage system to where we can store those, right? Because we should have those, right? Fluid. Yeah, so we could work on getting our fluid cells so that we can pack or start packing this stuff, all these different fluids that we're getting into a system and doing more with them. I think that's our next goal, is to work on applied energistics. So until then, thank you all for watching. Please enjoy your day, night, do whatever you're doing, wherever you're at. As always, force your friends to watch. We need more people watching still. Still need a lot more people watching. We need like millions and millions of you guys, not 20. And you know how to do that, right? Force your friends to watch. I know I know every single one of you has 250,000 friends, so you could easily get that million, right? Just by having every. No. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Please, 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 do stuff. Enjoy your life, Do everything you can. We will catch you next time for some more Star Technology. Peace out. See you later.